Greetings, Twin Flames. This is Lucid of Twin Flame RX, and I'm here on Friday, January 26th, 2018, with a daily inspiration message for you on your Twin Flame journey. So this is a message for all Twin Flames, no matter what stage of the journey you're on. I did a video yesterday. I was so excited to come home from seeing my beloved Twin Flame and feeling the energy of union, and I'm still feeling that. So I want to share with you that you can be in union with your beloved. You just have to believe that you are in union in other time, spaces, dimensions, and realities, and being in that energy is what's going to attract your beloved to you. So let's get started with this affirmation from the Doreen Virtue Angel Affirmations Calendar. It says, our minds and bodies are relaxed with the faith that God is in charge. So the divine is in charge of our destiny and ultimately when we're going to come into union with our beloved. It's called alignment. So when we're in alignment with our beloved, we will be ready for our physical union with them. What I want to do today is pull some cards. I have the Rider-Waite Tarot deck and I have some other decks here, but I want to pull some cards for us to kind of get an idea of what's going on with the Divine Masculine Twin, and I'll give you some information kind of channeled from the discussion I had with my own beloved yesterday. And just channeled from the divine about what's going on with the divine masculine. So this is going to be specifically a reading about the divine masculine. So if you're watching because you want to learn more about the divine masculine and what they're going through, that's great. But if you are a divine masculine, it may help you to figure out what you're going through. So I'm actually going to do a spread. I'm going to do a spirit or soul, higher self card, then a card representing the divine masculine's heart, then a card representing the divine masculine's mind or ego, and then what they're going to do based on this energy. So an action card, kind of like an outcome card. And we'll do an overall energy for Twin Flames at this time. And while I'm shuffling, I'm asking Divine Source to bring us the messages that the collective needs to know about the divine masculine's various aspects of themselves and where they're at on this journey and in regard to their beloved. I just want to remind you that I am an intuitive tarot reader. I'm a Twin Flame. I've been reading tarot for several years. I would say 25. I do online readings. I'm on demand, so you can check the description box below. There's 2 links where you can find me, or you can check my website out to book a session. I do readings and healings. I'm an Infinity and Reiki healer, as well as assisted by the archangels to help to clear the energies between beloveds and bring them into deeper levels of union and connection with each other. And I also want to share that I did a meditation for the eclipse in 2017, August. I posted that on YouTube, and the last time I did see my beloved, which was before the time yesterday, we listened to that transformative meditation, and I believe it really did help him in his awakening. So I would recommend checking that out on my channel if you haven't already. I will put a link to it for you to help you to align with the energies, because the eclipse energy is still around for 6 months, and we're going into a new eclipse on the 31st with the lunar eclipse. All right, so the bottom of the deck energy is the world. So this is a really poignant card. This is the 21, the last of the major arcana. It is a card representing the 4 elements, the 4 different types of zodiac signs. We have fire, we have the earth element, we have the air element, and the water element there. We have a completion going on with this. We have the 11, the 2 wands, so passion. But this is like a graduation, a completion of a cycle. We're moving into greater levels of ascension as a collective of twin flames. So that's a beautiful energy to be in. We have divine masculine, higher self, soul energy, divine masculine, heart energy, divine masculine's a mind or ego energy, and the action, so what they're going to do about this energy. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the Divine Masculine's higher self or soul. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands. What this looks like to me, and what I'm going to channel into it from the conversations I had with my beloved yesterday, is that they are looking at the world that they've created. So you see the man holding the globe in his hand. So the Divine Masculine is looking at the world that they've created and realizing that they are a master of their own creation, basically, that whatever they want to manifest, they can make that come into being. And they're holding one of their rods, which symbolizes their power. But there's another rod here, which symbolizes the power of the divine feminine. And they know that in the distance, there's just a blank slate ready to be created with their divine feminine counterpart. Their soul knows that, and they feel this within all the levels of their being. But now it's time for them to express this energy. So I'm not going to say exactly what my Divine Masculine said to me, but he said a few words that I would never imagine would come out of this man's mouth. And it was just in passing. And I feel that those were hints that he was dropping to me about the future. So I feel that they are realizing that is in general that they're able to create the future with their words, with their intentions. So they're being very careful about what they're saying because they know that they can manifest what they want just by speaking it into being. So that's what I feel the soul energy is. Wow, the heart energy of the Divine Masculine is the Nine of Cups. Cups symbolize heart energy and love energy and being content with this nine. You see this person sitting here feeling so content, feeling that their wishes have come true. I believe the Divine Masculine knows their beloved, who they are and what they mean, and they're just waiting for that right time to like pop the question, if it's a proposal, or to go into deeper levels of commitment, or to tell their beloved that they love them, or to even materialize in the 3D to their beloved. I will share that when I was with I would say catalyst, or some say false twin. I would say he was a false twin because he acted as if he was my ultimate soulmate before I even knew anything about twin flames. Like, he wanted to mimic everything that I was and liked, and say we like the same things and yada, yada, yada. But there was just some uneasiness I had with him. He was very controlling and not the right person for me. And one night I was awake in bed next to him, like just feeling very uneasy, and went to sleep. And then later that evening was awakened by a voice that sounded like my beloved twin flame that I know now, Angel. This voice was telling me that he loved me, and I knew it was somebody different, and I knew it wasn't the person I was with. And at that point, I knew I had to get out of there. And it took a while for me to get out of that relationship, which some might say it's a karmic relationship. I did learn a lot of lessons. I overcame a lot of obstacles because of that relationship, and basically even just recently detangled myself even further from it. But the whole point here is that my beloved loved me and told me he loved me in the astral plane, in the dream state, in somewhat of a state between the 3D and the 5D, was where I heard his voice, and I know it was him. And I feel that the Divine Masculine is trying to communicate with you now, even if you don't physically with your sense of hearing hear them. They are trying to communicate in other dimensions, and they are communicating in other dimensions. All right, so their ego and their mind is actually balancing itself out with this temperance energy here. Wow. So we see the waters of the emotions of love being being moved from one cup to the other, and that's all about balance. I really do feel that the Divine Masculine has been going through a heart expansion opening, crown chakra opening, their throat chakras are opening. They're learning to feel their emotions and understand them better, and to kind of bring in that divine feminine side of them. So they're balancing out their feminine and masculine energies so that they can feel emotions like love that they've suppressed for so long. So their ego is kind of allowing for this. So the ego is taking more of a back seat lately in order for them to fully move into their divine masculine power and bliss. They want to be happy and feel loved as well. Now, in the near future, the action space is victory. So the Divine Masculine is going to be moving toward their beloved in the near future with more passion than they ever have before. This year is a year for both beloveds to come toward each other and to get together, and there will be lots more unions happening. So whenever you see a union happening, I see new twins online all the time talking, and they're in union, and that energy is what helped me to balance my own energies so that I can communicate more effectively with my beloved, and so that we can come together. And I also made a commitment myself that I wasn't going to let anything get in the way between us, and I told him that. And actually, I think he liked that, because in the past, I believe that, I am half to blame for it not working out. So as the Divine Feminine, just know that your beloved wants to move toward you. They want to be passionate for you. You have to give a little as well. So let's see what Spirit says the Divine Feminine needs to do, because I often get this question from clients: what more can I do to make this work or make this happen? So I'm just going to pull one of these that feels vibrationally correct for us right now as Divine Feminines, a message from Spirit on what we need to do. Okay, so it says, stay connected. We are all born connected to Spirit, often known as the Divine Source, yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the Source. All right, so I guess, that's pretty self-explanatory that if we want to connect to our beloved and to ourselves, we need to first connect to Source. And all my life, I connected to Source, but there's been times when I didn't. And I will let you know that I did make another commitment in the last few days to connect to Source, and I had a long conversation with Source as well. And that's when the union happened between myself and my beloved. So I urge you today to connect to Source. I'm going to close out this reading right now with some Reiki healing for you, so that you may connect to Source. So whoever's listening to this video, you're going to receive some energy here to help you connect to Source even further. And I know that there's sirens in the background, but I have the windows open since it's a beautiful day out. I'm sending you this Reiki healing for you and your beloved, so that you may connect to Divine Source in order to benefit yourself, your beloved, and your sacred union. Many blessings to you. Namaste.